Peace and blessings and great morning, great Sunday morning to each and every one of you. I am Cindy Goodson, also known as Cindy G of the Cindy G Project. And my motto is to help you design the life you desire to live and live in the body that you love to love. And I want to wish everybody a wonderful, blessed Sunday morning. I know that most of us are in church at this time, or headed to church, or in some ways giving today to the Lord, giving the day to spending time with family around a blessed, very solemn, restful day of honoring God. And so this video will not be long. Thank you all for joining. Hey, Ajax Madrid, thanks for joining. Abaz Munka, thanks for joining. Hello, hello. And I'm so glad that you are watching me this morning, and I appreciate it. I appreciate you. Today is a very, 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 very special day for me and for those who have joined the Fibroid Healing Intensive with me. This video will be not necessarily like the others that I've shot, where I come on and dancing and I'm singing and I'm having a great time, and this is way more serious business. This video, I want to make a last plea. Give me 1 second, I'm gonna turn my ceiling fan on. I hope it's a little warm in here. I hope it's not a distraction, and I know why it's warm. It's because I've been in a very, very solemn meditative state all morning, early morning, maybe 5:30, 6 a.m. And it's just been me and the Lord, just kind of sharing my heart and just preparing. Hello, Rita Glass. Thank you for watching, sister. Just preparing my heart and my spirit for the 3-hour intensive that I'm having today from 2 to 5 p.m. It's just $47 for women only, and this is for those women who are suffering with womb issues. So I have had some serious, very serious womb issues with uterine fibroid tumors in some years back, and I was able to heal those fibroids and the symptoms thereof naturally. Again, I was able, and I'm saying this to the world, for those of you that have been brainwashed, unfortunately, and convinced that you must have a hysterectomy, or you must have a myomectomy, or you must have a embolization, all of those things. Those doctors have convinced you that your only option is surgery to shoot you right into early menopause. I'm telling you, I'm appealing to you that may not be your only option. It was not my only option, and I was very, 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 very sick and near death as a result of the symptoms. Now, this is me, Cindy G. I'm exposing myself, and I'm giving you a little bit of it this morning in this video, but in my intensive, I am going all the way in. I'm going to be talking from chapters of my book. I'm going to be showing my before and after photos when I was full of the 9 fibroids, and I looked pregnant, and I was sick and near death, and I looked like just a hot mess. Life was not so good for me in terms of my physical health. My faith, however, my faith was also challenged, but my faith was able to grow and able to increase because of the information that I found. And when I found that information and I applied those things that I found, the information is not mainstream. You won't find it at the doctor's office, unfortunately, because they don't teach this. You must learn this from a natural healer like myself. You must learn this from a holistic practitioner like myself. You must learn this from those who have been there, my sisters, like myself. Your womb matters, woman. You matter. And I am here to help you to go through some things, some lifestyle changes that can potentially change your entire life. Not only will it help you to heal the symptoms of fibroids, not only will it help you heal the endometriosis, not only will it help you to reverse that infertility, but these things that I will be teaching today in the intensive are going to help you get your entire life back, if you believe. Now, I know many of you out there are Christians, and you believe, you have a belief level. Your belief level, however, becomes challenged when it comes to things like this, like dealing with fibroids, like dealing with issues with your womb, issues with your health. When we run to the doctors and the doctors tell us that you that your only option is to have a surgery. Your only option is to get on medication. Now, this is not just for fibroids, but this is for any dis-ease in your body, whether it's high blood pressure, whether it's heart attack, whether it's diabetes, whether it's cancer, whether it's HIV, whether it's chlamydia, whether it's herpes, whether it's whatever disease your body has given you information of. Most of the time we run to the doctors, and it's what we should do. We should get a diagnosis, right? But what happens is, because of our Western medical system, we are then instructed or prescribed pills or knives. Pills or knives. Hello, Lachelle Willis. Thank you for watching. Hey, Cheryl Barrett. Thank you for watching. Benton Harbor Tiger. Hey, thanks for watching, Thomas. Appreciate you. Jeanette Reynolds. Hello there. Thank you for watching me this morning. And Jean Prosper. Thanks for watching. So I am, again, I am, uh-oh, I just lost my light. Hang on. I've got to plug. Got to make some plugs. Y'all bear with me for just a second here. I have to plug it up because this is important. This is way more important than the light. This is way more important than, and I'm going to be sharing some biblical scriptures with you in just a second. Hang on. I didn't realize my computer was about dead. There we go. All right. I left them on the counter. Excuse me, y'all. I'll be right back. I left them on the counter. They've been down here. Sorry about that. Oh, thank you so much for y'all for joining. Hey, Jared Beasley. Hello, Queenie Annette. Hello, my sister. Thanks for watching. Yes, so I was like you, women who are suffering. Those of you, you know someone. There are, the numbers are absolutely heartbreaking. Over 600,000 hysterectomies every year. Over 600,000 hysterectomies every year. Over 90% of them are because of uterine fibroids. Now, I was almost in that number. I was suffering for years, 12 years. Does that remind you of someone? Those of you that study your Bible, those of you that have heard the passage, there was a woman with an issue of blood. Mark 5:25. I want to ask you to share this video because there's somebody out there that you know that is going to be blessed today. There's somebody out there that you know that needs to be in my fibroid healing intensive today from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. It's just $47. But they're going to get so much value. They're going to learn how to reverse the symptoms, how to dissolve the fibroids, how to heal their heart, how to heal the womb. See, and there was a certain woman which had an issue of blood 12 years. Her name was Cindy Goodson. Now, ladies, you can put your name in there if that's you, but that was definitely me. And I'm exposing myself here, but it's okay because I follow Spirit. God says to share what I tell you to share. So I pray that God would use me today and every day, but especially today because today is the intensive. And a certain woman named Cindy Goodson, which had an issue of blood 12 years and had suffered many things of many physicians and had spent all that she had. You see, I went to many doctors. I got several opinions, and they all said the same thing. Your only option is a radical hysterectomy. We're just going to take your womb out and stitch you up and send you on your way. You don't need it anymore. You're not having any more children. You're 40-something. You're 35, whatever the age was during that time. If they asked the question, are you having any more kids? Well, no, I probably won't have any more kids, but I don't know, But don't I need my womb? Isn't it there for a reason? It absolutely is, my sisters. She spent all that she had and was nothing bettered, but rather grew worse. When she had heard of Jesus, came in the press behind and touched his garment. For she said, if I may touch but the clothes, I shall be whole. And straightway the fountain of her blood was dried up, and she felt in her body that she was healed of that plague. How many of you believe that? Do you believe that that Jesus heals still today? Do you believe that God uses symbolisms in the Bible that will allow the power of God to come through other people? Many of you do, because you go to church and you listen to your pastor and you pay your tithes and you give offerings and you serve in ministries because it's your duty to serve and, to serve God. Brenda Lee Moreno says, yes. Hey, Katrina Clipper. If you believe that this is real and that that woman was healed, wow. Whew, I'm telling you, I was that woman. That was me, and I had to touch his garment in order to be made whole. But let me tell you what that means. That is not finding Jesus on the street and running up to him and touching his garment today. That's not how it works in this day and age. In this day and age, you have to touch through your faith and through the work of others that God has ordained for the job. For she said, if I may but touch his clothes, I may be whole. I told God as I was suffering and couldn't even sit up for 5 minutes because I was so anemic. I said, God, if I could just, I was in a whisper. I had so little energy. All I could do was whisper, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. My belief. I didn't know how or when or what, but I knew I was going to be healed. And straightway the fountain of her blood was dried up, and she felt in her body that she was healed of that plague. And Jesus, immediately knowing in himself that virtue had gone out of him, turned him about in the press and said, who touched my clothes? And his disciples said unto him, thou seest the multitude thronging thee, and sayest thou, who touched me? In other words, y'all, all these people out here, Jesus, how we know who touched y'all? You got 1 million people out here. You got 1 million fans out here that's watching you. And you think we know the one person that touched my clothes, that touched your clothes? Thou seest the multitude thronging thee, and sayest thou, who touched me? And he looked round about to see her that had done this thing. But the woman, fearing and trembling, knowing what was done in her, came and fell down before him and told him all the truth. And he said unto her, daughter, thy faith hath made thee whole. Go in peace and be whole of thy plague. Thy faith hath made thee whole. We say we have faith, but do we? I was the woman that they speak of in the Bible. It's in Mark 5:25. It's also in Matthew 9:20, and it's also in Luke 8:43. I studied those scriptures. When I was down for those years, couldn't work, bedridden, and I'm not going into all the details in this video. This is saved for the women in my group in the Fibroid Healing Intensive. They're going to get it all, the whole entire story. Hey, Connie. Hey, my cousin. I'm praying I'm praying right now. You know that. I love you. Hey, Tiffany. What's up, sister? Thank you for watching. Totally enjoyed our talk this morning. Very, very inspiring. Thank you for who you are, Tiff. This is serious business. This is serious work. I do not take this work lightly. This is very, very, very important to me because so many women are suffering and they feel like they're alone. They feel like there is no other option. They feel like that the doctors knows best. God knows best. And your faith will make you whole. Your faith means get out here, get into the intensive, and learn the truth about the intelligence of your body and how it can be healed if you have the faith. Do you really have faith? Or is your faith only enough to go and believe what the doctors who know nothing about you, what they say about your womb? This is your womb, and you have to take control of it. You have to ignite the healing in your womb. You have to exercise the faith to be healed and to be whole, and then do the steps and do the work that is required for that healing. Now, I'm telling you right now, that intensive is going to be that's why I call it an intensive, because I'm going all in. I'm going to cry. I'm going to shout. I'm going to get up and dance. I'm going to I'm going to do whatever it takes. Infinite intelligence, Tiffany. Yes, your womb is necessary. Don't ever think that you don't need it. Don't let them convince you that you don't need it. What you need to do is get into a relationship with her and heal her through your lifestyle and your lifestyle choices. See, we don't always make the right choices. I didn't always make the right choices when it came to my womb, my body. Body looked good. Always had a nice body for the aesthetics. But did I love my body all the time? You see, I'm blessed with good genes, right? Some of us are blessed with good genes. Tiffany got good genes. Connie Johnson got good genes. Some of us out here, we just are genetically blessed, and we have to give thanks for that. But do you take that for granted? How dare you? How dare you take it for granted? Because that's what God has given you for a bigger purpose. But we take advantage of ourselves. We let ourselves be used and abused by the system. And these systems tell us that the standard American diet includes a bunch of freaking meat and dairy and processed foods and biscuits and gravy and ham and hamburgers and mystery meats and Taco Hell and McDoodles and fried chicken dinners at the church. Unfortunately, the church we got the fried fish dinners, and they eat the dinner, and then you go get in the line and say, Lord, heal me. I'm just keeping it 100, and the intensive is going to be way more raw than this, my friends. I don't knock church. I'm an ordained minister. Many don't know that. Okay, I get that. I'm about that life. Okay, I'm about that life. These scriptures are real to me. They are very real to me. They are very, very real to me. But the faith of that woman is what healed her. She went out and she did what she had to do. She was bleeding, in the midst of her bleeding, in the midst of her trauma, in the midst of her weakness, in the midst of her anemia, in the midst of her feeling like she was the only one, in the midst of her being an outcast, I bet you she wasn't wearing white that day that she went and touched his garment. You have to get up and get out of that rut, my sisters, and exercise the faith that is going to take for you to be healed and be whole. Believe that just like that woman was healed, that you can be healed too. I was a believer, and I was not taking no for an answer. I was not giving up my womb. I wouldn't care how much blood was pouring out of me. I refused to do what the doctors told me my only option was. I went to several doctors. 5, 6, 7. They got pissed off at me when I asked, well, what can I do naturally? Naturally, there's no such thing. There's no healing. They're going to get pissed off. Peace and blessings, Garcia Levi. She's in the intensive. Congratulations. I'll see you in a few hours. Share this video, ladies. Share this video. There are too many women out here suffering from, and let me tell you something. You might not have been diagnosed with fibroids yet, but if you got heavy bleeding, if you got bad cramping before your cycle, if you got PMS, if your mood swings are all over and your hormone, you want to hit somebody and you want to love somebody. Excuse me. You want to hit them. The next minute you want to love them. The next minute you want to kill them. The next minute you want to praise them. The next minute, if your hormones are all over the place, honey, you need to get it in order. That's a womb issue. We carry everything in our womb as a woman. A woman. There's a reason it's called a womb. That's where we house everything that is about us. Everything. Our emotions, our creativity, our intelligence. Yeah, we're intelligent, intellectual in our mind. Our mind's connected to our womb. Our love, our compassion. That's why we're women. That's why we have the sensitivities that we have. That's why we are able to bring forth life. We take it for granted, and men take us for granted too much. And that's where your power comes in. You got to heal your womb, heal your heart, heal your chakras, heal your meridians, heal your energy circuits. You got to release those sexual auras over the past with those toxic sperm all in you. You're walking around with all of that crap inside of you. I'm giving you a little bit of what they're going to get today in the intensive. This is serious business, and I don't take it lightly. I am pissed off, as a matter of fact. I'm pissed off at our system because it's not geared toward healing a goddamn thing. Our medical system does not heal. It treats symptoms with pills and knives. The only way we will get the healing is if we exercise the faith like this woman did and go out and find out, what is it that my body needs? What does my body need for any disease? Do I keep eating the ham hocks and the chitlins and the hot freaking dogs? Because it's summertime, you just get them kids some hot dogs. Put them hot dogs on the grill. Get them, put your hamburgers. Just go over there to such and such and get them cheap big package. I understand finances, but I'm gonna tell you something. Really, it's worth your heart to put your kids on some hot dogs. Put them little girls on hot dogs and Fruit Loops and Cocoa Puffs at a young age, because you're sending them into fibroid land in a few years. If you're feeding them the crap now, if you're eating the crap now, you're going to pay for it later. So people say, well, it's too much. It costs too much to eat healthy. Cindy, it's too expensive to be healthy, Cindy. I can't afford. You pay now or pay later. It's your choice. Pay now or pay later. Eating healthy now is cheaper than a hysterectomy. Eating healthy now and changing a lifestyle now and drinking more water now and getting a little bit of exercise now and a little bit of sunshine now is cheaper than losing a limb to diabetes. I've had too many in my family that I've lost to disease. It's too many in my family that are sick and suffering. Too many of my friends in my age group that are already jacked up sideways and can't even get out and walk to the mailbox because they chose to do it easy early. And now it's hard. Absolutely, Brenda Lee Moreno. It's very expensive, but thank God there are flea markets for the veggies. There are all types of farmers markets. Let me tell you something. It's not that more expensive. If we stay out of the junk aisles and focus on the food healing aisles, then we will learn how to shop more thriftily, right? If we're eating more fruits and vegetables, and you know, it does cost more, but you get what you pay for in life. It may cost some of us more, but you learn how to be thrifty. You learn how to shop not the Whole Foods, because you will pay the whole price at Whole Foods, but you learn how to shop at the farmers markets, at the local farmers markets. Get your food, get your veggies, but we have to eat them. People say, well, it's too much time consuming. There's so many excuses that we can make, but I'm gonna tell you something. That woman had faith. That woman had faith, and she did what she had to do. She touched this garment. She went out and she touched the real foods. Let me tell you that the healing starts when you even start touching the real food, touching the fruits and the vegetables. That's healing. There's electricity that goes from the food into your skin, and you start healing immediately. Touch some vegetables, and then touch some raw chicken, and tell me which one makes you feel more alive, more energized. Touch some raw veggies. Touch some raw cabbage and some collard greens that you're going to put into a saute. Not cook for 3 hours with ham hocks, but you're going to stir in a little saute, or you're going to juice those veggies, or you're going to put them in a smoothie. Tell me how much better it feels to touch and to handle that than it does those freaking chitlins and the steak. And I know that I'm rubbing some people the wrong way here, but sometimes you got to be rubbed wrong in order to get right. I had to be rubbed the wrong way. My holistic healer, my holistic doctor told me, you ain't ready. You're not ready for this lifestyle. You're not ready to be healed. It's going to take you about 3 years. Man. And I went back and forth and back and forth and back. Sure enough, back to the hospital. More blood transfusions. Back to the hospital. Can't work a job. Back in bed. Back just having a very, 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 very low quality of life. Poor quality of life. 3 years later, I'm healed. I'm whole. I have no more fibroids. I have no more symptoms of fibroids. The 9 fibroids that controlled my life have been healed because I exercised the faith and I touched his garment through the food, through the lifestyle, through the mind healing, through healing my body, through giving my body what it needs, through meditation, through exercise, through stretching, through yoga, tai chi, qigong. I did the work, and you can too. I could not jump up out of bed and do it. I had to start from a in-bed fetal state. And I just started watching the videos and learning about the food and eating the salads and drinking the smoothies and drinking the juices. And 30 days later, my friends, I started feeling like a whole different person. 30 days. Actually, within a few days, I started seeing the difference. But 30 days later, I was up and at it. I was feeling like a new woman. Womb man. I was getting my life back. And then my journey began. Now I was able to go ahead and get the healing. Now I've got some energy. I got some strength. I can get out of bed. Now I can get up and go do what I need to do to continue to touch his garment through faith. Brenda Lee Moreno says, I'm like that right now. Blessings to you. So it says, stay the journey. Stay the course. Don't give up. Don't quit. Are you in the intensive, Brenda? Are you joining me for the 3-hour intensive today? Friends, I hope that you will enjoy. I hope that you will share this video. I hope that you will share this information, that our only option is not hysterectomy. That woman, she exercised faith. That's me. Every time when I started researching the scriptures, of healing, and when I was, super sick, just super weak, anemia, blood level 2.9, it dropped. It went from 7 to 4.7 to 2.9. Like, I went downhill fast. And the longer I waited and procrastinated and got stressed out about it, and went back and forth to all these doctors who were telling me, hysterectomy. We can't even do a myomectomy because there's too many. You're full of fibroids. There's only option. That stresses us out. That causes our emotions to. Now you're shooting out the stress hormone, cortisol. Now you're shooting that into your bloodstream. Now you're stressed out. Now guess what you're doing? Now you're feeding the fibroids even more because you're stressed out, and that causes more tension, which causes more not the inflammation, but the contractions. Now you're contracting and you're bleeding even more, and now you're pouring. Now you're bleeding for 40 days, 45 days, 2 months, and you only got or half a month. You're having a period. You only got a week to recover, right? Only to have a period again. Guys, I know this is not table talk for you, bro. I get that. So if you're my fellas and you're watching this, share it with your sisters, your wives, your daughters, your aunties, your cousins that are females that are suffering, because so many guys know so many women that are suffering with these freaking womb issues, and they are nonsensical, and they can make a couple of Simple changes, they're simple in words, but because of our lifestyle, but because of our history, because of what we've been conditioned to doing, you're going to need some support. You're going to need some support, and I'm here to support you in that. I'm here to support you, to help you get your life back, my sisters. Thank you all so much for watching. I really, really, really appreciate it. Hello, Belinda. Thank you for watching, sister. Hey, Fred Gillespie. Hey, Bruce Pies. Talking about fibroid healing. We're talking about the woman with the issue of blood. We're talking about my sisters out there whose name they can put right there. And a certain woman named Lisa, a certain woman named Kim, a certain woman named Jeanette, a certain woman named Carrie, a certain woman named Cindy Goodson, okay, which had an issue of blood. Not anymore. I did not have surgery. I did not take their pills. I did not believe in their bull S anymore. I believed that I could touch the garment. Figuratively speaking, the garment for me was prayer, meditation, changing my diet. Why won't we change? Why? Why will we continue to eat poison and continue poisoning ourselves and committing a slow suicide? Because we don't drop dead immediately? Now, mind you, I get it. I totally get it. I have fun. I eat this and that from time to time. Some fried wings or some, I don't do beef or pork. Though if it's in there and I don't know it's in there, if I'm out eating and a friend has cooked something, guess what? I understand. My phone is, now I need to charge my cell phone. So I'm gonna wrap this up. I understand. I'm eating mindfully. I'm not eating that because that's a way of life anymore. I know that as soon as I get through and I have paid my respects to the meal, who's prepared the meal, and I get a little bit. Most of the time I eat before I go anywhere, so that I don't have to look like, like a bad person that doesn't want to eat their food, because you want to be hospitable. So if I eat a little bit, right, I'm going to get home and I'm going to drink the hell out of those smoothies. I'm going to detox the same day. You feel me? So, but you got to get the healing first. First, you got to touch his garment. First, you got to get the knowledge of the truth about what causes the fibroids, these internal trash bags that are there to try to save your life, but because they're toxic, the body's intelligence doesn't know the difference. So it's feeding those fibroids in your womb because your body thinks you're having a baby. So it's going to continue to pump that toxic crap that you're putting in your body into your womb. But when you start to pump in what's good and detox your body, you got to detox those internal trash bags first. You got to detox. Talk about it in the intensive. Join the intensive. If you or anybody you know needs this information, share this video. Inbox me right now so that you can get the registration for the intensive. It's a closed group. No one else will see it in the public. It is just me and the members of the group. Brenda Lee Moreno says, I don't want the surgery and I refuse it. I've changed my diet, but not that much. I haven't exercised my faith, in which I'm lacking, and I'm upset with myself. Thank you for sharing. Brenda, inbox me right now. The intensive is today from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. You need to be there, my sister. You need to be there. You need this. Serdar, hello. Thank you for joining. Folks, I'm going to go ahead and jump off now. I've got to get back into meditation mode. I've got to get prepared for the intensive because I'm going to let God use me like never before. And if you know anyone, again, that can use this intensive, this is a fibroid healing 3-hour intensive today, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You have to inbox me. It's a private group. I will not be doing the live stream here on my main page. It is a private group where they will be able to experience everything from step 1 to step done when it comes to the fibroid healing journey. So, or any womb issues, endometriosis, polyps, cysts, infertility, all of those things we're going to be addressing in the intensive today. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. I love you with all of my heart and my soul. And I appreciate you. I am Cindy Goodson, also known as Cindy G of the Cindy G Project. God bless you. See you today at 2 p.m. Bye.